Welcome to another episode of the Budde Telecoms Files. This time I would like to report to you on the meeting that we had with the ITU UNESCO Broadband Commission for Digital Development in New York, where we presented to Secretary General Ban Ki-moon from the United Nations the recommendations, the outcomes and the reports that we as a Commission wrote. I was the lead author of one of the reports that I wrote together with the researchers of Buddecom, as well as a team of international experts from around the world who also were involved in writing the reports for the Obama transition team back in early 2009. From the very beginning, it was clear that the Broadband Commission was very much agreed with the transsector approach of broadband. It was more a matter of how we're going to do this. They also came to the conclusion, obviously, that there was no silver bullet, that each country will have to develop its own national broadband plan and take into account its own political, geographically, social, economic sort of circumstances and develop its own plan. Obviously, in the developing world, we start talking about mobile networks. In developed countries, we see copper networks that are now being replaced by fiber, and obviously that's a different approach altogether. But nevertheless, the principle of healthcare, education, smart grids, delivered over telecommunications networks, of course, makes sense for every single country. So there is a lot that we can learn from each other. There's a lot that we can exchange. There will be a website with the report that we wrote that has lots of information about case studies from all over the world, both on a geographic level as well as on a level of the applications, what's happening around the world. It's envisaged that we can actually add to that, we can change things, we can actually make it a living document that allows everybody to start learning and start exchanging, and hopefully people are making contact and start making sure that everybody gets, can become involved in the development and can learn from each other. So lots of activities are planned for the future of this commission. Also, an issue that very clearly appeared was that at certain circumstances it's the government that will take the lead. In other situations it will be private investment, so there should be room for both. However, without very, very clear and strong government policies in relation to bringing healthcare, education, etc. towards broadband networks, without that happening, it will be very difficult to actually get plans that can stick, particularly in developed countries where you have to start looking at fiber to the home networks. You do require the transsector approach to the network to actually generate sufficient investment coming from government services that can be used on the NBN to actually make the whole project work. So lots of work to be done, lots of things to be learned. This is only the start. The Commission very, very clearly indicated this is only the start. They want to continue as a Commission. They will meet most likely again next year, October, and in Geneva at the ITU conference and make up the balance of what has been done, what's the next sort of step, where are we going. So hopefully there will be lots of interaction, not just amongst the commissions, but also with other experts that are going to be included in this project. And it should indeed be a global project that will last for a very long time, until perhaps in 20 or 30 years time, the whole world is properly connected in a network of sufficient quality to deliver all these extra applications to every citizen in the world. It's very ambitious, but if we look what has happened in Africa with mobile networks over the last 10 years, then miracles do happen, and it's very clear that mHealth and M-payments are now happening in countries like such as Africa, and that clearly shows that there will be opportunities also for the developed world to participate. And actually we can learn from the developed world. The developed world will have applications that have to be in a much more affordable way, and they will flow on to us. We will learn from that as well. So it definitely will be a two-way street from now on. Thank you very much for listening to this episode, and I'm looking forward to the next one. See you.